Good morning. How are you? So, I'm good. Don't have any updates for you, unfortunately. I wish there was some great health updates that I'm cured and fixed and never have a problem again. It's not the case. This is a very slow process, so we just keep trucking on day to day. Now, today, we are doing a look. Obviously, it's why we're here. I'm going to talk about some makeup. Nothing new. We're just going to talk about it as I do it today instead of any updates, which I don't have any. And we'll just catch up. So I did this eye look a week or two ago and absolutely loved it. And I thought, you should have done a video, Erin. I really liked it. So we're going to do a video and see if I can recreate it. It's a halo eye, which I don't often do, which I do like them, but I don't often do them. So, yeah, we're going to get going, get started. Everything, as always, will be linked into the bottom comment section. So, I've got a huge mess here, too, at my desk because I think I'm going to do one tomorrow, a video tomorrow, and we're going to play with my options and looks for my masquerade. So it's going to be one of those that I'm going to do and probably have to redo a couple times till I get it how I want it. It'll be an interesting video. I've never done one like that where I'm constantly doing and redoing and constantly doing and redoing and starting over until I find the look that I want. So that's what this video I will record tomorrow will be. However, because I've got so many options and so many things, so yeah, I've got a lot of stuff laid out that I want to try and work to get this look for the masquerade. And we'll go into it. So I hope you check out that video when it posts. I'm hoping it'll post on Sunday instead of Saturday because my masquerade dinner is Friday night. And I want to end that video with my actual look, including my outfit and everything. So I want to add that to it. And I won't get home until extremely late. So Saturday is when I would finish up the video and post it on set for Sunday. So that's the go. Anyways, for today, we are doing a halo eye. And like I said, I haven't done one until the other day in a long time. A lot of people do them different. So when you do a halo eye, it's really the inside that's glowing. People will carve it out with like concealer or other things. I don't typically do that. I will do it if the color I want in the middle is not going to show up properly or how I want it. This did not happen last time. It was perfect. So what I'm doing is I'm putting in my deeper color, kind of leaving the middles open for that halo effect. So that way when I go in with it, that's what it will look like. So I'm just going into the crease and blending into the corners of both sides of the eyes. And for this, I'm using Too Faced Chocolate Gold. I tell you, this palette I have used, as you can see, I have panned this one and this one. And I use these so much for base color. I absolutely love it. I don't know why. I like the rest of the palette's great. I just don't use it like I use those colors. So I don't know what I'm going to do when I finally pan it and it's empty. I either have to try to find Sorry. Okay, yeah, totally don't know what I was talking about. I was talking about the Too Faced. And when I pan these two colors, which are So Bougie, and Cocoa Truffle, I absolutely love. And this is a really good black, too. I don't know. Do I buy a whole new palette just to have those two colors? Do I find something that is equivalent? That is the question. And I don't have an answer yet. Okay, so we're also going to go in with ColourPop Lush Life because this green is what I'm using for the halo effect. So as you can tell, I kind of matched it to the outfit, the brown with the green. So, and we're going to go in first without getting the brush wet. Sometimes you don't need to get it wet. I'm thinking this product is one of them that didn't need it. Well, nope, I lied. I'm going to have to get it. I mean, it's really good, but I probably will get it wet just to make sure it packs down. Because, I mean, that does look very nice. I'll tap it off because it is a shimmer. And even though it's not nearly as painful as a glitter, it can get all over your face if you don't tap. So you see where I got the halo effect look? And now I'm going to take just a setting spray and one little squirt. Go in here. I'm going to tap it again. Get more product. Tap, tap. And we'll just go in and see how much more concentrated that made that. Yeah, that's what I wanted. See, you can tell the difference. And that was basically just using some setting spray on my brush. A lot of people want to do this and get this look. They'll use cut crease and a concealer or a white base. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm saying know your product. If you got a product that won't do this, even with setting spray, that's going to be what you have to do. But if you can get this with setting spray, I see no use or no need to go in and do the rest. Now I'm going to take a brown and just kind of blend that in a little bit, make it look a little less. There we go. See, I love the effect. I just don't do this look very often, and I don't really have a reason why. I just don't. My phone just went off and I looked over, but something fell in front of it and it's blocking it so I can't see. And I'm thinking, that was probably the best thing that could happen to me because this phone is not a friend of mine today. So, yeah, you can see they're not even. So I'm going to go in and try to get them as even as I can. Put a little bit more setting spray. I don't like to do too much because then the brush gets really goopy. So we don't like goopy brushes. And then you get the eyeshadow goopy. It's better. Okay. Now, I am going to be using some pretty extreme lashes. And I thought, why not, right? Because the look itself, what I was really going for is the eye. So we're going to do some pretty good sized lashes. I've got my House Labs brown. This is the Optic Intense Eco Eyeliner in Deep Cocoa. And I'm going to say this eyeliner, like to be considered a gel, I guess, dries down so quickly. Like there's really no playing with it. So when I'm putting it on, I'm doing the waterline as well to make sure there's no disconnect with where the lashes go and the eyeliner. Here we go. And of course we'll do the bottom eyeliner after we finish the face. And I started doing my eyes first. And I've never really done that before, but I really like it because it gives you the chance to clean up your messes without having to redo makeup. You know what I mean? So I've really gotten into eyeshadow first. Because I still, if you can see, I've got some green down here. I'm going to have to work on getting off my face after I brush these lashes out. Okay, now I'm using Tarte Man-Eater mascara. So I'm just going to put one layer on because I am putting lashes on. But this will be, you know, I put a layer on to help it blend into the lash. Plus separate and lift and all that wonderful stuff that a good mascara does. So there's just that. Okay, so today's lashes are Lily Lashes Chicago, the name of them. And they are a little bit bigger than what I usually go for, but I've noticed that since I had the extensions, I really like a little bolder look. And I haven't tried them since I've had extensions, so they might now be perfect. And Bowie's coming in, so let's let him sit down. Because he clickety-clacks everywhere. My glue I use is going to be the velour. That's just lash adhesive. And I do this 99% of the time when I put lashes on. I use the glue on the lashes, but then I go in and put on the Lily Lash Power Liner, which is kind of a glue. Today I'm using clear because I'm not using a black eyeliner. If I use a black eyeliner, I have the black. So I keep having to pause because my sinuses are a wreck. So I'm going to tell you, my husband was sick. I think I mentioned that not too long ago, and he's been quarantined. He's fine. He's back to work, whatever. But I've stayed away from him. And now that he's better, and you know, I'm back in my bed and things like that, because he was sick. I gave him the bedroom and everything. I woke up this morning with a little bit of a sore throat and runny nose, and if I got sick from that man, I am too busy to be sick. Plus, I mean, who wants to be sick with everything else going on, right? It's not like I don't have enough shit to worry about. This lash. Okay, so you see, it's been a minute since I've worn these. Now I'm wondering if this is why. Well, we're going to try it. Hopefully that was just something. I trimmed it off, but I'm hoping it's not something that's going to cause a problem. But anyways, yeah, so I apologize for the constant off and on. I'm not due for medicine again for another hour, so that's fine. Okay. I'll let that sit for a minute, and what we will do is go in. Like I said, I use the clear. And it's sometimes hard to put on when you don't see it. You just have to kind of watch where it goes. But I like the clear when I'm doing a brown base. Obviously, I don't want to put black over top of brown. And that would have been my only option if I use this. Now, again, You don't need both. So if you use glue, you don't need a power liner. I, however, have really watery eyes. And I find, you know, if I go outside and the wind hits me just right, looks like I'm bawling. Or if the sun's too bright, or, I mean, I'm a mess. I did not check the background on that. However, I feel with a little extra glue, it helps keep everything where I want it and how I want it. So that's why I use both. But I do want to state you do not have to use both. This is, I don't think it's this. I think there's glue on the lash and it's wanting to stick. Okay, and then see, I just pop it on there and it did not pop it on. As soon as I start to say, yep, did that, it wants to say, no, you didn't. So I pop my lashes on and then I go in and I just gently push it in, and I'm going to have to move this phone. I'm sorry. So there. And then sometimes I'll take it, and I'm just making sure there's no glue, and go in and squeeze it. There we go. Okay. So let me take a second to move this phone, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I got both lashes on, and I think I do like these lashes. I think where I wasn't using them fully, I've trimmed them a little bit shorter than I would like it now. So I may end up having to buy a new pair. Either way, neither here nor there. Just I have just noticed that my preferred way of wearing lashes changed once I had the extensions. So then I like to take a little bit of a detail brush and go over just the bottom part to seal any glue. And just make sure there's nothing like glue hanging out there that's gonna cause me problems. So I just go along the bottom of the lashes, right along there, right over top where the eyeliner is, and see it wants to right there, but I'm not gonna do the underneath. Okay, so that's the left eyes, and I'm telling you, I do like them. I think this is a very bold kind of look, so it's not an everyday look. And then I'm just going to pat, pat, pat. See, with lashes, it really keeps it from being like so in your face bold, but I think this side is bolder than this side. But I will probably, let's see if we can fix that real quick. And in these cases, I have these little brushes, or these old school make eyeshadow sponges, you know? And I like to use them occasionally, not a lot, but right here where I need to kind of be more fine-tuned, I wish that would quit grabbing that, but hey, there you go. And I just wash it and reuse it, and they're so cheap that once it's that lash right there wants to keep going up top. And once, you know, you can only wash those things so many times. So once you've washed it too much, they are so cheap. Just buy some more from Amazon. And I've got a couple more over here, so I don't need any at this moment. Okay, so that's the eyes. And now I'm going to take the moment. My Stalk'r water has become my BFF. I use it at nights before so I'm really, I don't know, is anal the right word? But I use the micellar water to get my lashes off to start with. Help loosen up the glue and get them off. And then I will try to scrub as much of it off, the glue and stuff off my eyes as I can. And then I will take a makeup removing balm or spray. I have both. And that's got glue on it, so I'm just trying to get the glue off. And wash my whole face and get off the makeup. And then I use my face wash as a final. So, I mean, I'm very meticulous about it. And the micellar water is something that I have recently started using because I didn't use it before. Obviously, I had the lashes and I didn't want them to come off. So, you know, when you have extensions, it's a completely different way you do things, including wash your makeup off and clean your eyelashes. And so, yeah. So now I'm just using some Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum. Just putting it on everywhere. And then I will go in with an under eye balm and some moisturizer. So that'll be, moisturizer is this Vichy. I guess I'm pronouncing that right. It's an Aquila Thermal. I really like it. It's very moisturizing, like very hydrating. Hydrating, that's the word I'm looking for. Under eye balm today is Shiseido Benefiance Wrinkle Smoothing Eye Cream. So we're just gonna put that on. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, and then the Vichy. I've got so many moisturizers that I don't need to buy any, but this will be one that when I use all my moisturizers, I will look forward to buying. I get really dry right around here, so I like to really moisturize it, and this cream is very good for that. So okay, now we're just gonna let that sit. I don't always show you my face routine, and you know, no good reason other than I'm usually already prepped and ready, but today's video is a little different, so I didn't have everything prepped and ready. Okay, I need to grab my stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've really gotten into this habit of using a tinted primer. I really like it, and then I've also used a illuminating primer with it. Today I'm just using a One Step Correct. It's not got a illuminizer in it, so I'm going to grab one. This is the Camelia and Strobe Luminizing Primer, and I'm just going to mix them together. So this is a color corrector. It's not really a tinted primer like the other primers that I really like, but I've got a new one that came yesterday. It's a tinted sunscreen, I guess, moisturizer. So now this is not a very attractive looking primer. So, and I just mixed that on top of it. Gives me way more than I need, and so I will end up having to wash my hands, but you know, is what it is. I just kind of do my primer. Okay. I have way more. So I'm going to have to really wet. And that happens if I'm doing this. I'm not going to lie. This isn't something new. And I'm putting it over top of my very moisturizing, very hydrating moisturizer. So that's why. But we'll get it blended in. We'll let it set. We'll do what we got to do. Let me use I always keep a rag or a paper towel or something handy. Recently, I've been using a rag instead of paper towel, but either's fine. And I'm just taking a clean brush, and if you can tell, the luminizer is really kind of giving my skin a good glow. The primer that I'm using, the Color Correct, should be giving me that overall skin, you know, where it all looks the same. I haven't used this Correct Kitten from Stila in a little bit, so. Alright, see, that actually dried down a whole lot faster than I thought it would. Just patting to see what's still wet and what's not. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my setting spray and spray this down. Then I'm going to take a second, come back and wash my hand, and we'll start the rest of the face. But this is something that I have been doing. I put primer on, and then I set said primer. So it works really well for me. All right, I'm going to let that set. Okay, I think I cut myself off earlier too, and I apologize. However, we are back. Everything seems to be settling in very well. I've got a nice glow. I honestly am not sure the color corrector has done anything, but I do feel primed. So today we're using the Tarte Foundcelear. I love this stuff. I don't use it like I used to. This is probably like my third bottle of this. I used to use it religiously, and I have come to really like some other things, and I grabbed them first. So yeah, I just don't use this as much, but it's not because I don't like it. It is just like, I think I use my foundation stick more than anything because it's so much easier. Like when you use these, I don't like putting the makeup right on the brush. Now, that's not to say, if you've been following me for a while, you've seen me do that. And I have done that for a while, but I just don't, I've gotten to the point where I don't like doing that. And I'd rather have it on the face and then blend it out. So, or dip it into like the tray and get what I want. So, because I feel like when you put it directly on the brush, you get so much concentrated the first couple swipes, and then after that, you don't get as much. So, I don't know. Here's the good thing about makeup. I've said this for a very long time. However, I do have some new people that follow and watch my videos. So let me just repeat this. In my opinion, I am not an expert at all. I have not been trained. I have not gone to school. Everything I do, I'm self-taught. So I just want to state that because, in my opinion, you can do makeup is what's the words I'm looking for? So makeup should be completely adjustable to what your needs are, what your comfort level is, what you want. My daughter does her makeup completely different than I do. And there's times I sit and watch her and I'm like, what is she doing? You're not supposed to do that. And then I don't say anything. I did at first, but I don't anymore because it looks so good on her the way she does it. So she does her makeup to fit her needs, her skin, her products she's using, because she doesn't use the same kind of products I use. So just because I'm doing this doesn't mean it works for everybody. And I want you to do what works for you. So I'm always glad to help and answer any questions. But yeah, each person's different. What I like, my daughter would hate in many cases. That looks really good. Do you see how nice that is? So, yeah, Don't let anybody tell you what you should or shouldn't do. There are techniques that are better than others. There are ways that you can do things that can enhance certain areas or give you a lifted look. But in the end, it's all about you, the end user. So there's my TED Talk for the day. But in honesty, I have spent a lot of times trying different things that they say, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. And I've got hair, doesn't work for me. It all has to do with perspective. I mean, what I like on other people, I might not like on me. It also has to do with your skin type. My skin type is typically, has always been pretty normal. Not even really a combination, but now I'm finding my skin is drier. So I'm adjusting and doing things for that. So if you've got an oily skin or if you've got normal skin, it won't work for you. If you have dry skin, it still might not work for you. You see what I'm saying? I mean, that's why I always live and die by samples. Love a sample. I don't buy a full size anything until I have sampled, and probably will sample the whole bottle, no matter the size, until I buy full size, because I use it once, I love it, use it again, the third time it could be awful. So if you're thinking of trying something and you're not really sure how you're going to like it, sample, 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 sample. I cannot stress that enough. About everything you can buy will come in samples. And it's the best thing you can do for yourself. Because also color purposes. You never know what color you are until you sample, or you need, or you like, or whatever. My daughter was looking for a good foundation, and I had told her, I said, try what I use. Well, the color was completely off, but she didn't like the wear of any of it. So I'm like, okay, I know what I'm gonna do and buy you a sample pack, and I did. And she spent, she did it right. She spent some time. She wore stuff. She sampled it, the stuff that she liked automatically, the way it went on. She would wear for a day, and then she'd have enough samples that she could wear it a couple days. And she picked one that she liked. And it's not one I'd ever tried before, or brand. It's not anything I'd ever thought I would want to try, but it looks amazing on her. So, samples. And places like Sephora, Ulta does it too, but I don't know as much, have a great sample thing. So like for my husband, he had decided he wanted to wear cologne again. He hadn't worn cologne in 20 years, probably. So he had no idea what he wanted. He just knew he wanted to start wearing cologne. Well, every one of y'all know how expensive perfumes and colognes are, right? Yeah. So I bought him a sample kit from Sephora. And it has a really good selection and a coupon for when I purchase what he wants. You can't go wrong. So look up the samples. Okay, we're gonna let that dry for a minute. That was my Anastasia Beverly Hill Brow Wiz, and then I used the clear setting, I don't know what that is, brow gel. I'm out of my wax, so I need to buy more. Okay, now we're letting that sit, and then we're going to start. I'm using my e.l.f. contour palette today. I haven't used it in a while. Thought, well, why not? And I'm just going straight on to here, and the dogs are having a fit. I don't know what's outside. Oh. And I'm just going to dab some on, and I will blend it in. I have to come over here to kind of see myself in a big mirror. And I'm just going to kind of work that in. I'm off the camera, I'm sorry. I got to worrying too much about seeing it in the big mirror, which is fine. And I say that as I'm holding a mirror. It's amazing. Sometimes I amaze myself. I will be one of those that's looking for my phone as I am talking to somebody or watching video or something on it. And God, I'm that person. So hold a mirror and complain you can't see yourself. Now I'm just going to pat this in to make sure. I love this little buffer brush. I really do. Thought about buying a second one. Anybody that really knows me knows I don't need any more brushes. My daughter literally just the other day was like, Mom, because she was washing her brushes and then she didn't do her makeup because it was still wet. And I'm like, well, you could have used some of my brushes. She's like, ooh, Mom, that's nasty. I'm like, no, I've got clean ones. I mean, it's stuff I haven't even used. And she's like, seriously? I'm like, oh, yeah. I could give you a whole face full of brushes that haven't been used and still have plenty for what I need. So I do have a little bit of a obsession with, I won't say problem because I don't say it a problem. I love a good makeup brush. And what the heck was that? Where'd that black come from? But you can't know what a good makeup brush is unless you buy them. So I love a good makeup brush. But yes, I do have that many. I think, I haven't counted them in a hot minute. I think I'm at 200 brushes. No judgment. Some people craft. I make up. Okay. That was my Fenty Stalk'r blush. I mean bronzer. And I'm using this, and I don't even know how to pronounce it. ORYZA Beauty Malibu Sunrise Ombre blush. Don't know much about this brand. It was a Ipsy when I was still doing Ipsy. So I'm just going to highlight the tops of my cheeks. I want to look kind of lifted. And then I love doing my nose. I don't know why. This is something that I have recently started. I love doing my nose. I do have my Ofra Pillow Talk highlight. I should have used it before the blush. I literally like using it before blush. So we're going to put some on, and then we'll take my brush and just go over it to make sure. I don't use a lot of highlight. Typically, I don't use any unless I'm doing a video. And even then, it's kind of like, depends if I'm going somewhere or what. Will if I use it. So now I'm just kind of. All right. And some more setting spray. An itch. All right. The hair's a mess. We'll let that set. We'll let this dry down. I'll be right back. So as I'm letting that set, I love taking this buffer brush and just kind of making sure everything looks and feels good. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's finish this eye. So, I've got, of course, my House Labs. I've got a ColourPop green. And I'm going to try something new with the mascara. Of course, the same mascara, the Man Eater. But I'm going to put this underneath it and see if I can keep from getting black all under my eyes. Because I'm really bad about that. And it takes forever to clean it up. And I saw this. I don't even know what I saw it on. Because I'm not... I was on YouTube, I guess, and it popped up. But it wasn't somebody... Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, so much easier just to do it. But it wasn't somebody I knew. It just popped up and I was like, what is she doing? Well, now I know. And I know I don't like it. So, there's that. I'm going to take this. And because I do have, you know, my makeup on, I'm going to grab a sponge to help keep me from smearing my... I'm just doing the outer and inner. Eyeliner. And then I'm going to take the ColourPop and go right in the middle. Okay, so there's that. And I will take this little, my face is itching now where I've been touching it. I didn't put anything on it. This is what I used with the glue on the lashes. I'm just going to go underneath and kind of just make sure everything is blended. I want to be a blender. There you go. That's the eyes. Yep, this was the look I did the other day that I really, really liked. At least the eye look. The face is a little different. I mean, truthfully, you get the same thing. You get blush, bronzer, you know, whatever. So that doesn't really change. It's the eyes that you can really adjust and make exactly how you want it. So now, I was sitting here thinking, what am I doing? I completely blanked there. Okay, so now lips. And I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Intense. It's a brown, and I think it goes really well with this look. I should have sharpened this. This was a set I bought, so the liner and the lipstick went together. And as far as colors go, it literally just tells me intense. And I really don't know because I don't have any other Charlotte Tilbury items to know if that's normal. There we go. What do y'all think? So, yeah, this was just a video today to do this look that I liked the other day because I wanted to keep up with my Get Ready With Me. tomorrow I need to sit down and work on my masquerade look. So we are going to explore and play with some dark colors, some blacks, some glitters, some shimmers. So that should be fun. And it's going to be a little difficult because I have a mask that I've got to, everything I do, the mask is going to pretty much cover. So I need to make sure that it's good. So anyways, thank you for joining me again. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll eventually get my background back how it's supposed to be and start doing these. Take better control of them. You know, make notes, have something to talk about. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions. Everything will be linked in the bottom. So you'll know what I'm using and what I'm wearing. And I appreciate it, guys. And until next time, goodbye.